Okay guys, ready to set up trackers? Let's do this from MasteryConnect now instead of from within Canvas. You won't do it both ways, you'll pick one. If we do it this way, we're going to be setting up a tracker for each section that we teach. And then if we want to, once that's done, we can also create a combined tracker. That's also possible. Now, I want to give you a word of warning. You do not want to be on the tracker tab. You do not want to click the blue add tracker button, okay? And the reason for that is we want to use a curriculum map, which is our standards, but in order that we teach them throughout the year. We also sometimes want maps that we are collaborating on, that we can share assessments in and so forth. And that is not going to happen if you set up your tracker from this screen, okay? So instead, we want to be on the Maps tab, and we want to go find the map that we want to create the tracker from. And mine is here. And once we locate that, over to the right, you're going to see a button that says Create Tracker from Map, and that is what we want to do. Okay, as I said, we're going to be creating a tracker for each individual section, and that includes semester 1, semester 2. You can go ahead and set up semester 2 trackers at the beginning of the year if you'd like to. It won't matter if they're set up early, okay, just so you know. Now, because of that, because we're going to have so many, we want to make sure that we title this with something descriptive and also the semester and the school year, okay? Then you want to pick a folder color. That's just for your benefit when you look at your dashboard. And you're going to leave this as import students from SIS. SIS is Student Information System. That is eSchool. Then you're going to choose the section in eSchool that this tracker is for. So for example, I'm going to be looking for my senior cheerleading section. And this can be a little intimidating. You might have a lot of these. So go to eSchool, look up your course number, and see what are some identifying characteristics of that. So for example, I know I'm looking for a PE section and not an ELA section. I also know that it's a senior course, so it's going to have the 400 in it. And I know that all course numbers end in A or B, A for first semester, B for second semester. Since I'm setting up semester 1, I'm looking for one that ends in A. And then once I think I have the right thing, I can confirm that by looking at maybe the section number, the class period, and then the number of students, which is at the end here in parentheses. Okay, so once I have that, I can click Create Tracker. And then I will go back and repeat this process for every section that I have. All right, now I've jumped into a different tracker to kind of show you this next part, but what you're going to see is your list of students on the left, and you're going to see your curriculum map across the top. Now this is where, if you had set this up from the tracker screen, instead of this being your particular order of these objectives, you would see the order that they're written in the state documents, okay? Now, this tracker should update from eSchool nightly. When we create our combined tracker, that won't, but this one should. And you are welcome to go ahead and set up your S2 trackers as early as you want to, because they will update just fine. Now, something to consider if you look at your settings in the tracker, trackers by default display in the student portal, and that means when students go in to the student portal, they'll be able to see their class and the list of objectives and whether they've mastered them or not. But I would leave all of these items unchecked, because if you, for example, check answer key, then that will display answer keys for all of your assessments, and you probably don't want to do that. You can change these things per assessment as you go through the year, so I would think that you would probably want to do that instead. Now, if you happen to see some colored squares in here, that means that they might have been previously assessed in another class, and they probably have a little dog ear on the corner. And if you don't want to see those first semester, you could uncheck this box for other trackers and they will disappear. However, second semester, that gets a little more complicated, because if you uncheck this box, you won't see any of your results, your data from first semester, and that is going to be a problem for you. So second semester, definitely leave this checked, but first semester, you have the option.